Good afternoon, YouTube. Xfile2708 back again with another pickups video. As you can tell from the thumbnail, this is going to be a set of pickups from online purchases. I say primarily online purchases. There's two items that I'm adding into this video as well, which were purchases from my good friend James, who does the From Horror to Hollywood episodes with me. So I brought a couple of items from him when he came over a couple of weeks ago. Did me a really good price on them. I think he was looking at raising some funds for a new NECA figure. So I think if you saw episode 2, I think it was, where we did the episode remotely using is it StreamYard, something like that. You'll see in the background all his NECA figures. So I've no idea how many he's got, but certainly 30, 40 plus, I'd say. So he's massively into his NECA figures. So he was, I think, looking to raise some funds for a new one that's just coming out. He'd got one loose that he offered up to me. So as you can see in my background over there, I've got Freddy Krueger NECA, and above that I've got Predator NECA as well. I have said previously, this is a rabbit hole that I am not disappearing down. So I think I said that maybe a few months ago. This is only my third NECA figure, so I'm not doing too bad. And I may have a fourth one reserved in one of the local shops. So see on a future video, but I promise it's not a rabbit hole I'm disappearing down. Right, without further ado, the two purchases from James. So the NECA figure, there we go, a bit of Leatherface. So look at that. Absolutely superb figure, this one. Did come with all the accessories. I've put two of the accessories here that are a little bit bigger. The other ones are small and fiddly, so I've left those on the shelf behind, but it is complete with all the accessories. So there we go. There's Leatherface in all his glory. And the two extra bits to show you. There's his chainsaw. So there we go. That's going to be being held by Leatherface when I stand him on the shelf over there. And obviously with the NECA figures, you've got the interchangeable heads as well. So there we go. So that's two of the accessories. And like I say, there's 4 or 5 other accessories that are just loose on the shelf behind me, but they're really tiny. So my camera probably wouldn't focus, and not very easy for me to show on video, but it is complete. The other thing I purchased from James, really pleased. This was not necessarily this edition I was looking to get. I was just looking to get it on regular Blu-ray, but the price that James did it me for, mates rates and all that, it was too good a deal to turn down. So I managed to pick up the Arrow limited edition release of The Lighthouse. So 2019 movie. I've only ever seen this one once, starring Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson, and it's from Robert Eggers, Eggers even, the director of The Witch, which is another film I am looking to track down where I can. Absolutely love The Witch, so that one's coming back into the collection very shortly, all being well. But yeah, was really pleased that this was one that James was happy to part with. So it's got the Arrow Blu-ray. I won't get it out and do an unboxing. You know, it's been out a few years now. So, but yeah, it's got the Arrow Blu-ray, the art book or book. In fact, I've just said I'm not going to do it, but I am very quickly. But yeah, hard case there. It's got the art book. The art book there. Lots of decent images, etc., and a good read. And then it's got the poster in it as well. And then you've got your Blu-ray. So overdue a rewatch on this one. I think I saw it. I had to check on my letterbox because I'm a nightmare at remembering when I last watched a movie. But I think I last watched this June 2020, according to my letterbox. So 4 years ago now. So well overdue a rewatch. But yeah, high definition Blu-ray presentation, 1080p. 5.1 DTS, brand new audio commentary, Art of Darkness, Making the Lighthouse, in-depth documentary on the film, fold-out double poster featuring original and newly commissioned artwork, 6 double-sided collector's postcards, which are inside there. And lots of other features on the Blu-ray. There you go. If you want to pause it and zoom in, guys, you can see all the extra features that you get on that one. But yeah, really pleased. So before I cleared out my physical media collection, I had a ton of Arrow special edition box sets. This one, like I say, wasn't on my radar to get back again, limited edition. You know, those are few and far between. I'll be picking them up, but obviously the regular Arrow Blu-rays will be coming back into the collection as and when. But yeah, I certainly wasn't going to turn it down at the price James offered it to me at. So there we go. There's the Lighthouse. So those were the two bits from James. And then very quickly, guys, some online purchases. So 2 of these are from a Facebook group. The rest, I think, are Music Magpie, and there's one CX purchase at the end, and it's a Video Nasty that I need for the full set of 72. So stay tuned to the end. So Facebook group, first of all, guys, 2 4K movies. Only ever seen both of these once, but I really enjoyed both of them, and they were ones that I wanted to rewatch. These guys were £5 each plus 3 postage. So for these 2 4K movies, I paid, including postage, £13. So first one, there we go, Joker. So saw this one, I think, with Ghost Lou a couple of years ago. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't mind the Batman films at all, but big fan of Joker's character. So yeah, really enjoyed this one. I think I saw it on Blu-ray. That's what I had it on originally. In fact, it would have been a few years ago because it was when I had my physical media collection previously. So first time back in the collection since I've been recollecting again. So getting the opportunity to get the 4K for just a £5 was a no-brainer. And 2-disc edition, so there's the 4K and the Blu-ray, and then obviously a card, so the Blu-ray's behind there. So there you go. But yeah, really pleased to get that one, and really looking forward to checking out the 4K transfer. So there we go, there's Joker. And the other one was part of my Quentin Tarantino subset. So James will be chuckling away to himself as soon as I mention movies I've picked up that are part of a subset. Then, you know, he laughs and rolls his eyes, and he knows exactly what I'm like. So but this is part of my Quentin Tarantino subset. So pretty sure I've got all of the Tarantino movies now. This was the only one that I was missing. And although I've got both of the movies, I do need to pick up the Grindhouse Blu-ray. So that's obviously got Planet Terror and Death Proof on. I've got both of those individually, but I do want that Grindhouse release. So I can watch it as a double feature with all of the old school Grindhouse cinema experience that goes along with that edition. So, but yeah, really pleased to get this one back in the collection. Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, and Margot Robbie. Thoroughly enjoyed it when I watched it on Blu-ray. Again, it would have been a few years ago that I watched this one, so long overdue rewatch. And likewise, looking forward to checking out the 4K transfer of it. So there we go. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Next up, haven't watched this one yet, but it was one I've mentioned previously. My dad's big into his movies. Whenever we phone up for a catch up, so he lives at the other end of the country compared to where I am. So we speak regularly on the phone. Like I say, he's massively into his movies. You know, we always bounce recommendations off each other. So this was one that he recommended, which, like I say, I haven't seen as yet. But looking forward to checking it out. So it's Texas Killing Fields with Sam Worthington, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, obviously Negan from The Walking Dead. So massive fan of Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Jessica Chastain and Chloe Grace Moretz. So it says inspired by true events. So if anyone has seen this one before, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. But looking forward to checking that one out. My dad knows my taste in movies. He's much more into his action films, etc., as opposed to horror. So yeah, whenever I get a recommendation for a good action film off my dad, I'll see if I can pick it up cheap on eBay and give it a first time watch. So this was a Music Magpie one, probably just over £2 including postage. So that's that one. And the other one I picked up from Music Magpie at the same time, this was one, I think it was off of, I can't remember who it was, so I do apologise. I do watch a lot of movie collectors here on YouTube, so someone that I watched the video from maybe a month or so ago, this was a recommendation from them, and it's a Paul Walker movie, and it's called Running Scared. It's supposed to be a really good action film. I think when I checked it out on IMDb, it rated quite highly. Obviously, myself and Ghost Lou, big Paul Walker fans from the Fast and Furious franchise. And I've obviously seen him, I think, is it Roadkill it's called? I can't remember, I'm sure it was Roadkill. But the road horror that he did as well, that was really good. But never seen this one before. And again, managed to pick it up nice and cheap off eBay Music Magpie. So there we go, Running Scared. Next up, saw this one probably a couple of weeks ago. I think I mentioned it on one of my latest movie watches episodes. But yeah, really pleased to get these ones back in the collection again. Dirty Sanchez, the movie from 2006. If you've never seen Dirty Sanchez, I've mentioned them a couple of times recently in previous videos. They're basically the Welsh equivalent of Jackass, so but a little bit more extreme. So yeah, you've got the four guys on the front, and this was a movie spin-off that they did. I think they've done 3 seasons of regular Dirty Sanchez, and then, like I say, this was a movie spin-off from 2006. But yeah, rewatched this within the last couple of weeks, and it still holds up. Funny as fuck. Absolutely loved it. So there we go, Dirty Sanchez the movie. The last 2 that I needed for the Dirty Sanchez seasons. So I've got season 1. I've got season 2. I can't remember which way around they are, but I think one's called Front End, one's called Rear End, and then the other season's Jobs for the Boys. But season 3 is European Vacation, where they take Dirty Sanchez abroad and do all of their wacky, over the top stunts, etc. that they do, practical jokes on each other and forfeits and all that sort of thing. So some really freaky and bizarre stuff that they do, but you know, it's my kind of childish humour. So yeah, both seasons there of European Vacation. So that's season 1, 2, 3, and the movie. So that's literally all of, well, from what I'm aware, that's all of the Dirty Sanchez seasons and movie complete. So looking forward to putting these ones on probably over the weekend and having myself a rum and coke and sitting back chuckling away at things I really shouldn't be laughing at. So there we go, that's those ones. And then, as promised to finish, guys, I've managed to pick up oh god, I've managed to pick up a niggly cough. I managed to pick up a Video Nasty that I needed towards the full set of 72 for section 1 and section 2. This is a DVD release. It hasn't had a Blu-ray release, so you can only get it uncut on a UK DVD edition. Not supposed to be the best of films, but when you go in for the full Video Nasty set, you take the rough with the smooth and embrace them for what they are. So I think I'm maybe 23 or 24 titles into the set of 72. There's been a couple of duffers in there, but by and large thoroughly enjoyed the majority of what I've picked up so far. This, guys, when you see the price, managed to strike it lucky with CX Online. One of those titles, I think it hovers around £9-10 on eBay. CX, when I initially looked, it was out of stock, but it was ridiculously cheap. So I thought, well, chances of it coming back into stock are few and far between. But if you know the CX app, then you can put a notification on, and when it does come back into stock, if it does, then they send you an email to notify you that it's back in stock. So if you're quick enough after you've got that email, you can jump onto the app and get it ordered. And I struck it lucky with Unhinged. So I say one of the 72 Video Nasties. And yeah, £1 English. So even with CX's £3 postage charge, this delivered to my door, guys, was £4. Have a look on eBay, £9-10 all day long. So really pleased to grab that one for the collection. And moving forward, I think I mentioned on my previous video, I'm kind of happy with my action and comedy big unit at the side here. I think there's, I don't know, close to 500 movies in there now. So moving forward, I'm looking to concentrate on filling the gaps in my horror collection and the Video Nasties, and obviously the subsets of horror, the Alfred Hitchcock, the world cinema and stuff like that. So a lot more horror pickups coming up as and where I can get stuff in the wild, or obviously decent prices from Music Magpie, etc. But yeah, really pleased. I haven't watched this one as yet. But yeah, there we go. Pretty basic, I'm sure. I think John Mondo Chelovich and Rock God 2004 Nigel have both picked this one up previously. I'm sure there's 2 different releases of this one that's come out in the UK. I think both with the same cover, but there's a difference with the DVD, and I think this is the same one that that Nigel's got with the Grab It logo at the bottom, but exactly the same uncut release to the film. So looking forward probably to putting that on over the weekend and giving it a first time watch. Like I say, I think it puts me around 24 now out of the 72. But as I say, moving forward, there's going to be a lot more horror coming into the collection. That's my main passion. It always has been. I am still dipping in and out of action movies and, you know, watching those every now and again. But I really do want to focus going ahead and add in some more gems to the horror collection. So there we go, guys. That's my last one for today, Unhinged. So let me know in the comments there any that I've shown on the video that are your particular favourites, any recommendations that you might have for similar titles that you know, I'm not aware of, maybe some Paul Walker titles that I haven't got in the collection yet. So always nice to interact with you guys in the comments and get recommendations to add on to my my ever-growing watch lists. So yeah, as always, guys, please remember to like, comment and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll be back later on in the week with another video. Bye for now.